Survival horror fans, the spine-chilling releases are coming your way soon. From haunted forests to cursed attics and cosmic terrors, these are the top upcoming survival horror games. Let's dive into the nightmares. Adaptation reshapes itself every time you return, turning familiar areas into unpredictable landscapes. Pathways shift, puzzles mutate, and enemies evolve to counter your strategies. Lighting and sound blur the line between safety and danger, creating constant unease. Replayability thrives on a world that never plays the same twice.
You and I will never be apart.
Where did this letter come from? That would only confirm.
By Sweet Carole presents a haunting, hand-drawn art style that twists fairy tales into something sinister. Exploration reveals hidden paths and corrupted storybook secrets waiting to be uncovered. Stealth is key, as monstrous creatures stalk every darkened corner. Puzzles and environmental storytelling weave seamlessly into a cinematic experience.
Princess, are you even able to stop time?
Psycho Dead is built around brutal melee combat with improvised weapons and savage encounters. Psychological distortion manipulates perception, turning allies into enemies mid-fight. Constantly shifting environments, heightened paranoia, and disorientation. Limited resources force hard choices between fighting, fleeing, or conserving supplies.
Where am I? And what happened here?
Once we're out of here, I promise to explain everything you want to know. The power within you is extraordinary. Not everyone has power like you, Elixia.
So, I'm just a weapon to be used. Then why are you helping me?
I just don't want to see you die here.
Freedom isn't as beautiful as you think. The world outside, it's much crueler than you imagine.
Listen to me, Elixia. If you escape, You can have a life of your own.
How can I trust you? What else have you lied about?
We, Huntress, made you, Elixir. I'm like a father to you.
I'll make them pay for what they did to you. This is my promise.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Sleep Awake blurs the fragile line between dreams and reality. Nightmares bleed into the waking world, unleashing monsters that cannot be avoided. Fatigue management becomes critical, with rest serving as both safety and danger. Each dream cycle reshapes puzzles and environments, making every choice a potential salvation or curse.
This way. You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you? This is all perfectly natural.
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost. Give me your idea.
Liminal Point traps players in endless corridors and surreal shifting rooms. Environments loop, bend, and rearrange themselves, concealing threats within distorted spaces. Sound cues guide exploration, but often lure players into danger. Memory and observation are vital, as the world itself becomes the greatest enemy.
But this place remembers, and so do I.
Contaminant unfolds within a research facility consumed by infection. Mutants evolve from human and animal hosts, each with distinct attack patterns. Contamination spreads across the facility, transforming safe areas into hostile traps. Hazmat gear provides survival depth while restricting freedom, making exploration both tense and dangerous.
What other answers do you Sometimes the end is the beginning without lies.
Quite a Ride transforms carnival attractions into survival arenas of chaos. Roller coasters, fun houses, and midway rides become deadly battlegrounds against twisted enemies. Physics-based mechanics let rides themselves become hazards or weapons. Behind the curtain, backstage areas hide traps, secrets, and collectibles. BrokenLore Dark Dawn blends narrative exploration with supernatural horror across ruined cities. Enemies exploit fear mechanics, weakening players during desperate fights. Discovering forbidden lore fragments strengthens weapons and abilities. Choices shape branching storylines, while oppressive soundscapes and lighting heighten the atmosphere.
Dirty water. I'm hallucinating, right?
Ah, so you were there. I was already starting to worry. Alright. Now you may wonder why you can't scream. Well, it's very simple. Let's see why, okay? You know, you are special to me. That's why I used anesthesia, so you don't get hurt.
Help! Please help!
To be made angry. Come on, lady. It's so hot.
Oh shit! What is all this? Oh no! I don't want to see this. No! Get up! Get up! Help me!
Dark Atlas Infernum takes players into a labyrinthine city consumed by cults and corruption. Combat blends firearms with occult powers, each demanding a dangerous cost. Enemies range from zealous cultists to supernatural entities bound to ritual. Exploration uncovers hidden passages and symbols, while the city evolves with growing corruption. They Are Here captures the terror of alien encounters in isolated rural settings. Stealth and observation are crucial as extraterrestrials hunt with light and sound. Exploration reveals eerie barrens, forests, and farmlands filled with strange clues. UFO activity reshapes the environment, triggering abductions and unpredictable hazards.
It's already so late. Maybe...
No! Just do your job.
And now for the news that will give you chills. In recent weeks, the number of mysterious disappearances in the county has increased. People are vanishing under the strangest circumstances, and authorities have yet to find an explanation. Police are refusing to comment, but locals remember similar cases from the past. If you're driving alone at night, be careful.
Damn. What's wrong with the radio? What happened here? Where is everyone?
Frictional Games' next project builds its survival horror around physics-driven puzzles and deeply interactive environments. Objects aren't just set dressing, but tools for overcoming obstacles and improvising solutions. Enemies stalk through open areas with unpredictable AI, making every encounter tense and unrepeatable. Sound design hides and exposes danger, while documents and environments slowly unravel the mystery.
No selves.
You'll drop in roughly 400 kilometers from the trader's last known position. We thought nothing could survive.
Descendant of Night immerses players in a gothic world of castles, haunted forests, and cursed ruins. Combat combines traditional weaponry with supernatural powers, discovered through exploration, creating variety and tension in every fight. Enemies thrive in both shadow and light, striking unpredictably to keep players off balance.
I give you my word.
Vampires? Seriously? You knew all about this, didn't you?
You must be here to submit.
Don't count on it.
Pulsebreaker transforms survival horror into a rhythmic battle for survival where every move is tied to the beat. Enemies attack in sync with pulsing audio cues, forcing players to time dodges, reloads, and strikes to the rhythm of the environment. Music and sound fuse to make combat high stakes, miss the beat and disorientation strikes, turning mistakes deadly under constant pressure. Project Songbird redefines sound as the centerpiece of survival. Sonic frequencies unlock hidden paths, activate intricate puzzles, and alter the very structure of the environment. Enemies, however, hunt by noise, demanding silence and precision with every step. Specialized tools let players emit disruptive or luring frequencies, while exploration uncovers a ruined city tied together by forbidden music and echoes of a lost civilization.
Music of their lives. I just thought that maybe, if you were willing, I'll give you the directions and I'll give the guy notice that you could be staying all next month. I don't know. I just thought maybe you'd like to take the time away to get an album out. A new classic Neon Songbird album. If you can come out of this trip with at least 10 tracks we can sell, I'll call it a win. Now the place isn't exactly 5-star. We'll be living a bit off the grid, but I don't know. You can show everyone that you've still got it. What do you say?
ProjektZ Beyond Order merges tactical squad strategy with the harsh demands of survival horror. Leading small units through sprawling landscapes infested with the undead, every move drains precious resources and forces high-stakes decisions. No mission unfolds the same way, ensuring constant unpredictability and pressure. Parasite Mutant plunges players into a world where mutation becomes both salvation and torment. Enemies evolve in real time, sprouting grotesque new forms that force constant changes in strategy, while infection threatens to consume the player as well. Choosing to embrace mutation unlocks devastating powers but chips away at humanity with each use. OD drags players into surreal worlds where reality itself is collapsing. One moment demands careful puzzle solving, the next sees the ground crumbling as you sprint for survival, chased by shifting monstrosities. Enemies embody primal fears, twisting into new shapes as the story fractures further into chaos. Environments shift and rebuild in real time, with sound and visuals overwhelming players in a storm of dread and disorientation.
I'm glad you accepted my invitation.
Dark Lessons traps players in a cursed academy filled with secrets. Enemies manifest as possessed students and spectral teachers. Exploration spans classrooms, dormitories, and catacombs beneath the school. Puzzles connect to long-forgotten lessons, requiring logic and experimentation. Choices determine whether knowledge offers salvation or doom.
You've always been my favorite student, you know.
After Lights Out forces survival in total darkness, enemies move only when unseen, tracking players in silence. Light serves as both weapon and resource, burning out with use. Exploration requires generators, batteries, and makeshift illumination. Tension thrives on managing visibility in hostile environments.
Can you describe the sound in the recording?
Project Spectrum ties survival to color-based mechanics. Enemies react to specific color wavelengths exposed through devices. Puzzles demand shifting the environment's palette to uncover hidden paths. Exploration emphasizes perception, hiding threats and altered visuals. The aesthetic merges vibrant color with lethal gameplay effects.
The wind. Strong wind. What the hell happened here?
We got company!
But sometimes, loss can birth beasts and bury truths. What do you think? What if you are the beast?
The beast?
Routine isolates players aboard a decaying lunar base. Exploration uncovers retro-futuristic tech and failing systems. AI-driven robots stalk silently, reacting to sound and light. Limited weapons emphasize stealth over direct combat. Emptiness and silence heighten the unsettling atmosphere. Whispers in the fog surrounds players with shifting mist. Enemies remain unseen, guided by whispers that manipulate direction. Exploration relies on identifying landmarks hidden by dense fog. Sound becomes the only reliable navigation tool. Weather dynamically alters visibility, movement, and threats. Resident Evil 9 Requiem expands survival horror with open-ended regions. Classic mechanics return with scarce ammo and limited inventory. Enemies adapt with advanced AI, using ambushes and flanking tactics. Bosses evolve through cinematic, multi-phase encounters. The story connects new characters with the series' legacy.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me.
Rude.
Oh, you're FBI? Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
Grace, stay close to me.
I'm coming!
Keep moving.
What's wrong?
I'll explain later.
I've been watching you. You're not like other people, you know. You're quite unique.
Tell me what's going on.
Something important.
Mom, I'm scared.
Grace. They're coming.
There's no escaping your destiny.
Heart of the Forest drags you deep into an ancient woodland where the silence is never empty. The trees hide secrets older than time, and every path seems to lead you further into something alive. This isn't just survival, it's a slow descent into a nightmare that waits in the shadows. If the forest doesn't consume you, the fear inside surely will.
Give him some time.
リカバリーセンターの時から同世代なら普通にあるし、シンジの方がいいけど。
In BrokenLore Don't Lie, truth itself becomes a weapon. Every lie reshapes the world around you, twisting environments into grotesque forms and warping reality beyond recognition. You're forced to question what's real, but each answer only leads to more terror. The further you dig, the more you realize the truth was never meant to be uncovered.
この建物の人じゃないよね。誰？じゃあもう行くよ。じゃあね。
The waters of Drowned Lake conceal more than just ruins, they hold a history of restless spirits waiting to pull you under. Exploration feels endless, but every ripple across the water reminds you something is watching. As you uncover the sunken village, the truth becomes clearer and more horrifying. What was drowned should have stayed forgotten. The 18th attic hides behind a locked door that should never have been opened. Inside lies a room untouched for generations, holding memories far too dark to stay buried. Every creak of the floorboards whispers of tragedies long silenced, and each step threatens to bind you to its curse. Once you enter, the attic itself decides if you can leave. Valor Mortis blends the horrors of war with the nightmare of what lingers after death. Soldiers may have left the battlefield, but their echoes remain, haunting every step through ruined landscapes. The game twists historical conflict into something far more sinister, where survival means resisting both fear and madness. Here, valor ends and terror begins. Trenches VR traps you in the mud and chaos of World War I, but the battlefield is only the beginning. Endless tunnels stretch into darkness, filled with sounds that should not exist. In virtual reality, the claustrophobia is overwhelming, and every shadow could be your last. This isn't just history retold, it's horror you can't escape.
Distant presence lingers, always just beyond your...
Who Are You forces players to confront identity in the most terrifying way possible. Shadows mimic your movements, voices echo your thoughts, and soon you're not sure who is real. The mystery grows heavier the deeper you go, and the question becomes unavoidable. In a world where nothing can be trusted, the scariest answer might be yourself.
You're no longer in control. They mark you. A trace is left behind. Proof that you are chosen. They take you. The final step. Resistance is meaningless.
Dark castles, moonlit forests, and blood-soaked rituals set the stage in Vampire Huntress. You take on the role of a relentless hunter tracking ancient evils through cursed lands. But as you descend deeper into the shadows, the line between predator and prey begins to blur. The hunt becomes a fight not only against monsters, but against corruption itself. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake revives one of the most iconic horror games ever made. Armed only with the mystical camera obscura, players must confront vengeful spirits in hauntingly beautiful villages. Every photo is both your weapon and your lifeline, capturing terrors you'd rather not see. With modern visuals, this remake makes the classic more terrifying than ever.
また舞台と同じ水上村の暗く不気味な雰囲気は光と影の描写にこだわり空気感をリアルに表現しました。さらにサウンドは 7.1.4 チャンネルに対応し、霊がいる気配をもっと身近に感じられるようになっています。20年前のタイトルを最新技術でリメイクしておりますので、今様々なホラーゲームを遊んでいるプレイヤーにも新作として遊んでいただけるクオリティになっていると思います。霊を撮影することで撃退する、戦闘が特徴的なシリーズなんですけども、霊をしっかり見つけてシャッターを切る従来の戦闘システムは踏襲しつつ、 ピントやズーム、フィルターなど、よりカメラを覗く体験を強化する要素を取り入れました。フィルターを切り替えていくことで、見え方が変わってくるんですけども、フィルターは戦闘探索でそれぞれ特徴的な機能を持っています。ですので、襲ってくる例や状況でフィルターを切り替えながらゲームを進めていくことになります。フルリメイクとして、プレイヤーキャラクターの操作性やアニメーションを徹底的に見直しました。全面的にはスペースを改善してありますので、特にプレイヤーキャラクターの操作感とアニメーションの滑らかさには注目いただきたいです。実際に廃墟になった村を探索するような物理感が高いプレイが楽しめるようになっていると思います。また今作ですね、操作性やレートの戦闘、レベルデザインなどは、チーム忍者のアクション RPG 制作の経験やノウハウも生かしたリメイクを行っています。チーム忍者のアクションタイトルに多く携わってきた中島秀彦がもう一人のディレクターとして関わっているので、シリーズで最も手触りが良いタイトルになっています。姉である舞と手をつなぐという新要素を追加しました。このことで、ストーリー面だけでなく、アクション面からも姉妹の絆を強く感じられるんだと思います。この要素はですね、20年前にも検討していたのですが、様々な理由で断念しました。今回フルリメイクでようやく実現した要素となります。探索できる場所や収集要素も増えているので、シリーズファンの方にも新たな楽しみがあるとモートなっています。
すぐに戻るから。
ゼロ赤い蝶リメイクは、シリーズ2作目を今の技術でフルリメイクしたタイトルになります。シリーズ2作目のリメイクなんですけども、このシリーズはそれぞれストーリーが完結したタイトルですので、この1本で楽しむことができます。シリーズファンの方、そして初めてのユーザーの方にもぜひ遊んでいただきたいです。2026年初頭発売になります。シリーズで最も美しく、最も怖いゲームになっていますので、ぜひご期待ください。
Cosmic Fear is not just about monsters, it's about the collapse of sanity itself. An otherworldly force bends reality, twisting the laws of nature into grotesque horrors. The more you uncover, the more your mind strains under the weight of impossible truths. Survival here isn't about strength, it's about resisting madness long enough to escape. Dreadout 3 continues the chilling Indonesian horror saga, bringing back cursed schools and haunted towns filled with folklore spirits. With new mechanics and expanded worlds, the game raises the stakes higher than ever. Each ghost is drawn from terrifying cultural legends that feel disturbingly real. In this world, every photograph you take could be your last. Iris Dissolution plunges players into a world where reality is collapsing. Buildings twist into impossible shapes, light turns hostile, and shadow grows into something alive. As your grip on sanity fades, survival becomes more than just a struggle. It's a race against your own unraveling mind. The world isn't ending, it's dissolving right in front of you. Hazard levels turns cold industrial corridors into the perfect hunting ground for abominations born of science gone wrong. Each hallway feels tighter, every light flicker a warning of what's lurking ahead. Survival isn't guaranteed, but curiosity will push you deeper into the nightmare.
Friends to purgatory.
We're currently experiencing a demonic
Painkiller Remake resurrects the cult classic, known for its fast-paced combat and grotesque enemies. This modern reimagining cranks up the hellish atmosphere with brutal visuals and relentless action. Each level is packed with monsters straight out of nightmares, and every weapon feels like a last stand. It's a return to chaos, remade to be more terrifying than ever.
Wield demonic weapons. Defy angelic entities. Drown in the blood you spill. And remember, friends who slay together, stay together.
Heavy as Stone lives up to its name by building an atmosphere so oppressive it feels suffocating. Each environment is weighed down with despair, forcing players into impossible choices with no clear way forward. The heaviness isn't just in the world, it's in the dread that follows you everywhere.
Today we are gathered before the honorable gaze of the Omen Raven, awaiting the...
Becrowned casts players into a kingdom rotting from the inside out. Once proud rulers now linger as cursed shadows, and every crown drips with corruption. The lands themselves feel alive, twisted by the greed of those who ruled them. To survive here is to challenge the very legacy of power and pay the price for wearing the crown.
Richard Torrance, you stand accused of betraying your family. You stand accused of betraying your ideals. You stand accused of betraying love itself. And finally, you stand accused of betraying God. You are hereby sentenced to death.
The Fractured Shimmer breaks reality apart, pulling you through shattered reflections where nothing stays the same. Each new world is more disturbing than the last, filled with unstable horrors waiting to tear you apart. As the cracks widen, survival grows more uncertain, and the truth becomes harder to face. In the end, even your own reflection can't be trusted. In the Scarlet Harvest, farmlands hide secrets far darker than soil and crops. Rural horror takes center stage as you uncover cults, rituals, and sacrifices bound to the earth itself. The fields are ripe, but the harvest isn't for food, it's for blood. Here, the land itself is alive, and it demands a terrible price.
Well, that's just perfect. Okay, Alan, you've got this.
Backrooms. Lost Runners traps players in endless yellow-tinted halls where escape feels like a dream. You're not alone in these mazes, but what stalks you is far worse than isolation. Each turn deepens the paranoia, and every noise makes you question what's following. The longer you run, the more certain it feels maybe you were never meant to get out.
Survivors. I need to find out what happened. Damn it. All communication is out. It's been so long since I've been on level 0. Everything feels familiar. And yet so alien.
Are you ready?
Ryan? Nick? Anybody? We need to get to Epsilon. Fast. Fuck. Ryan? You... What the hell is even going on here?
I don't have time.